Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was a nice face there, Greg. That was beautiful. That was kind of radiant almost. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are your brothers in arms. My name is Patrick. The one I just mentioned is Greg, the smiling guy right there. The other one with the ball cap, that's Alex with the mustache that must ask you many questions.
Everyone.
But man,
Oh,
is it worth many words? We are your brothers in arms. Oh, look at that. We're all at it now.
yeah.
It is 9:13 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard on Sunday, September 27th, and it's already on the air because it's happening on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms podcast. This is episode 39. Episode 39. Congratulations, fellas. We are finally older than me.
Yay! Jazz hands.
Yay! We've survived.
Yeah.
So
We have
We're
our
older
good.
than all
Well,
of
I
us.
mean, we're all right. Fantastic. We are older than all of us. I can't say that we're actually better than how we physically are because, well, poor the youngest of us, he's got some fantastic stories to share, which we'll get into in just a moment.
Yeah, no,
But
seriously.
I would first like to apologize to our friends and family who are faithful to this podcast. I'm sorry that we
6 of them.
missed you last week. But
Hey,
who knows?
I'm not complaining, man. There's people that listen. It's great.
That's right. And so at one point or another, somebody might actually decide that this is worth listening to long after this is done. And, we might have a huge following. We don't know. But for those who are listening and have kept with the calendar, sorry we missed you last week. We had an awesome plan, and with awesome plans come amazing failures. Or not necessarily failures, but just speed bumps. And so last weekend, Alex had this wonderful thing with his new job or his new position or his new work that he had to have. He had to work the night we would have recorded. But we also had the opportunity to be in the same place at the same time on Friday and Saturday, and I've got to be
Just
honest, fellas,
crazy.
I loved it. I loved it. It was the highlight of my September. I've honestly got to. That's true. It was the highlight of my September. Being able to spend less than what was it? We got in there at 8 and we left around 4:30 the next day. So less than 24 hours for me. You guys got there sooner because you didn't have as far to travel, and
True.
we'll not get into those. We'll not get into that very much either. But Friday night at about 7:30ish, 7:35, myself, Philip, my son, and Isaiah, my core helper, rolled into Fredericksburg. Where was that? Virginia? Fredericksburg, Virginia. I
Yes.
almost called it Fredericksburg,
Yeah.
Maryland, but it's Virginia.
Yep.
And we had a divisional music rehearsal. That was amazing. It was a lot of fun. But these two guys, because of their closeness to it all, and because of their musical ability, and also because there was a place with a pond with fish in it, both of these guys said, "Hey, we'll come up and we'll go with you." So Friday night, we rolled in. We had a really late dinner at Chipotle, I think is what it's referred to, and just really good times. Went back to the hotel room, played video games until midnight, and then slept and woke up the next morning and went to camp and had a blast. Well, for most of us. Alex has a couple fish stories from that one, but we'll get into that.
It broke 15
I saw it,
pound
boyo.
braid.
All right. I'll say that till my dying day that I saw that fish.
Both of them. There were two.
How many? Two?
Two.
Two. Yeah. You're going to have to pull your mic closer again, boss.
And he broke 15-pound braid.
True.
It it was an old fish, which means he's experienced and knew what he was doing. But yeah, he broke Alex twice, and I was across the lake the second time it happened, and we're at a Christian camp, mind you, and Alex was very, very PG in his exclamatory. So, Mom, don't take any offense.
I said, dang it.
But I heard you did, and it reverberated across the water, and my head popped up, and I turned to look at him, and I was afraid he was going to throw his hat into the water. He was so upset. But yeah, we had that experience of fishing for a couple of hours and got to share and hold up and just a good time, a very, very good time. And then we went and played some music. Well, two out of the three of us. Sorry about that, Alex.
Eh,
Yeah.
they wouldn't let me play.
Yeah, they just didn't know the skill that they were saying no to.
He didn't give me a chance, but whatever.
There you go. All right. But Greg and I both played bass. Greg played B flat and I played E flat. We had it was fun. Well, it was fun for me. I don't know about you, Greg. I mean, you were
Well, I had
talking
a-
about some mental calisthenics.
That was interesting. That made my brain do flip-flops like it was cool. So, for anyone that doesn't know, Salvation Army music, brass band music, is all written in treble clef. Everything from cornets all the way down to the tubas. So, growing up in the Salvation Army, I started to learn on treble clef, and then I switched to bass clef when I got into school. Like I was playing in school, so I was reading both. And it's funny how I actually learned how to read both, because originally I wouldn't read treble clef. I would just take the E flat tuba part, add 3 flats to it, and then read it like bass clef music.
Because that's so much easier.
I know, right? It's so much easier, which is its own mental calisthenics in itself. Eventually, I finally was like, okay, I need to learn C as a concert B flat in treble clef, and I just read it as is, and I learned to play treble clef music. When I joined the Marine Corps, I was not an active member in any corps, was not soldiering anywhere, so I was not playing any of that music at that point. So for essentially the last 13, 14 years,
There you
I've
go. Yeah.
only read B flat music, not looked at C treble clef music in a minute. And so I sat down last weekend, and they're like, okay, we're going to start off with this hymn, and put this treble clef music in front of me, and it's like, oh, okay, so
oh yeah,
time to recage my brain, and start to look at this music again and go, okay, I remember how to do this. I can play this, and then went from 2 very simple hymns to, hey, we're gonna play this, variations, theme and variations in this march, and I'm like,
yeah.
ah, crud. And mind you, it's music that was written after I joined, like in the last 5 years. So I've never even seen this stuff. I was sight reading everything last weekend.
Yeah. Including the tune, probably, because that was out of the new tune books.
Well, no, the tune sounded familiar.
Okay.
And tune book music is all, I mean, it's all whole notes and half notes. There's nothing special for the bass parts in those pieces. It's just accompanying the actual melody. But everything else was just like, ooh. It's been a minute. It was a lot of fun. I think it was a chance to get back and just sit back in front of a horn and sit with a band and play again, and get a feel for what it feels like to actually play in an ensemble, which was a lot of fun. Since I left the Marine band, the only music programs I've been involved in were high school programs. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I got to play some really cool music, but um, there's nothing like sitting in with a Salvation Army brass band. It just doesn't
Yeah,
compare.
it's all brass and it's all loud and it's all except for those percussion parts, which
I played Mario Sunshine.
You playing your Switch back there?
Yeah.
I don't remember playing that song actually. So
No,
no, he was definitely playing Mario Sunshine.
And staring at Mr. Delaney.
Yeah, bandmaster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he felt it or not.
I don't know. It was fun though.
I don't know.
I kept trying to turn up the volume every time you guys stopped, so that all you would hear is just the, Yahoo! Yahoo!
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
But it was an awesome time. The fishing was great. Patrick locked up that pond, for good measure, mind you.
I talked it up.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh no, it
Okay.
was it was worthy of the praise. You know, we got down there and threw some lines in the water, and we're throwing these spinner baits and what?
Yeah, spinnerbait didn't catch it though.
Oh.
I don't think any of us caught anything on anything but soft plastic.
It wasn't until we started throwing that plastic that they got wise or got interested and were hitting everything. But that was hilarious. Alex is you want to tell your story there, because that was I love hearing it.
The first one or the second one?
Start with the first one, because that was the one I saw.
Yeah, please.
You came running for the second one, dude. I don't know how you missed it.
Yeah. I didn't see the mouth of the second one. I just saw the body of the second one. It was still a huge fish. I saw the mouth of the first one.
It was the same fish. I'm convinced. At least.
I was about to say, Patrick's holding it up. His mouth was this big around. His mouth was a good 6-7 inches in diameter. It was that big.
You could put it literally your face in his mouth.
Mm-hmm. It was a bucket mouth.
Yep. Long too.
Mm-hmm.
He was easily 23, 24 inches. It was a long fish. So
I'm trying not to make myself feel as bad, and I keep saying it was at least a 5-pounder. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So Patrick went on to greener pastures, right? I was off to the right. He and Greg were both on the dock. Patrick was casting left. Greg was casting right. And I was just down trying to cast the shoreline just to see what I could find. After Patrick moved, I was like, I'm going to go to the dock. Let's see what happens. So I go out there, and I didn't have any bullet weights on me, so I literally had split shot. And I was using split shot for a Texas rig.
That he borrowed from me.
Yep. Yeah, one split shot that I got from Patrick on just like a regular, J hook, and a Texas rigged lunker log. And all I was doing is I was casting in the same spot and just slow rolling the bottom. And I had caught many tree pounders while we were out there. So I threw this thing out and I felt resistance. And I was like, oh, and it's not pulling back, it's not tugging, it's just a tree again, whatever. And I get it about 10 feet from the dock, and it just starts taking off. I'm like, that's not a tree. So I attempt to set the hook badly, late, and I get him up And as he's coming close, Greg starts to freak out because he's standing next to me and he can see this thing. And I'm on the dock, literally like going, Patrick,
Fish
Patrick,
mouth popped out.
Patrick. It was bad. Like I was trying to get Patrick down there because no offense, Greg, you haven't really landed a bass before. You haven't helped anybody land a bass before. Um, so I was
Thanks, buddy.
like, this is a PB fish. So I'm like Greg, yeah, Patrick, let's go, Patrick, Pat. But he's just like, oh yeah, that's a nice fish, and he keeps fishing. So I get this thing close to the dock, and it locks eyes with Greg. And he goes, nope, and shakes his head once at the top of the water, and that hook just comes right out. So I yelled no that time. I didn't yell dang it. And
It was just no, that's right.
I was like, I need to walk away. So I walked back down the dock. I set my rod down, and I leaned against and watched as Greg looked at me and said, "Where was that guy at?" and starts trying to cast on my side of the dock.
Tried
Yeah. So I pointed
for a
it out
minute,
to
and then
him.
I was like, nah.
I was like, he's over there. That's where I was casting. Just go straight out in that direction. Slow roll it on the bottom. You'll get him. It'll be all right. He gave up, and I was like, all right, I got to try this again. So I start again. Same bait, same weight.
Between the two situations.
Same everything, right? The next hook set, exactly the same scenario. Only this time, as sure as anything, I hook setted the crap out of that. And I was like, no, you are not coming off on me this time. So I've got tension on him. I'm keeping him low. I'm keeping him pinned. I'm reeling, and I'm doing the same thing again. Patrick. Because Greg.
Now, keep in mind, I was much farther away this time.
True.
He's working his way down this side of the pond. I'm down at the other end.
Greg had gotten off the dock, and he went the opposite direction. And as soon as he sees it, Greg comes running. Right? He comes running down to the end of the dock, and he stands right in between me and the post of where the dock's at. And this fish is trying its best to go around and go over to the other side of the post. So I'm yelling at Greg, move, trying to finagle this thing. And Greg moves out of the way a little bit, and this fish literally just went down, wrapped himself around the post a couple of times, and he broke off 15-pound braid.
Yep.
That was a big fish.
Snapped his line.
Yep. All I hear is, dang it!
Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I really did. I mean, I did laugh. I did one of my one bark laughs. But then I continued to see his face, and I was like, yeah, we don't need to laugh about this anymore.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. Well, and then it's getting close to noon, and lunch is getting ready to happen, and all the other fun stuff. And so we're like, all right, well, I'm getting ready to go because I have to be there. I'm a leader at this thing. These guys weren't even on the registration, but they wanted to play and participate. So I said, all right, guys, I got to go. Greg went with me, and we walked to the chapel and found out that lunch was somewhere else. Obviously, lunch isn't in the chapel. But so we walked from there to the dining room. Alex is still fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Alex, did you hook any more? Did you catch any more while we were gone?
I moved down to where you were, down on the left-hand side. I just said,
okay, yeah.
Forget the big guy, whatever. I'll come back another time. Get my confidence back a little bit. So I caught like 3 or 4 in that spot. You were literally doing, one cast and pulling them out.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, it's time. And I went back and tried for the big guy again, but I didn't get another bite down there.
Mm. They were hungry. Honestly, they were hungry.
Yeah.
So Greg and I get lunch. We bring a lunch back to Alex. From there, we walk to band practice, all three of us, and finished out the day. We left there about 4:30. But yeah, there's another one of those coming up in October. I got to give you guys the dates so that you know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
But my wife and I this week had this thing called officers' councils, which is like it's a spiritual retreat for all the officers who were in this division. So there was 120 of us, and it was a short one though, so we only had like one afternoon that was free, and after lunch, it was come to find out it was in Richmond, Virginia. Bless you.
Thank you.
Well, I took my fishing stuff. Actually, I didn't even take it out of the car. Because we came back Saturday and then we had to go Carrie and I on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to go fishing that afternoon on Tuesday, and I went back to camp, and I fished for a little over 2 hours at that same pond. And Alex, so you don't feel so bad, I hooked him too, and he snapped my line as well. So
justice.
I feel your heart. I really do. I feel your heart.
I'm taking my ocean pole
And I know
down there
you'll
next
just
time.
seriously, like you need to put on some 20-pound test and just try.
Dude,
doing that.
I got 50-pound line.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll just go pull him out of the water.
Just dread. We should just shock it, you know?
That can be arranged.
Like this one, this one, this one, this one. Hey guys, picture time.
Just hold him
Oh
up.
gosh. You know, that makes me think. Have you ever seen
Yes.
Did you ever watch any episodes of The Simpsons?
Yes.
Okay, so there's one episode. I don't watch it a lot. There's times where I do, but there's one episode I remember years ago from one of the older seasons where they get a restaurant in town that you pick your own cow.
I'll have that one.
And
no, wait, that
one. Yeah, they'll get your cow. They'll kill your cow right there and then cut it.
Cow.
Cut a steak off of it. Oh, Mr. Burns, exactly. Mr. Burns walks in. He's like, I think I'll have that cow. And the little guy like shocks the one cow, and he's like, "Oh no, never mind. I'll have that cow." And they zap the other one. He goes through like 4 cows before he's finally like, "You know what? I've changed my mind. I think I'll have a glass of milk from that cow." And all I could think of is like you shocking the water and going like, "I want this fish, this fish, fish, and I think I'll take this one too."
I mean, we'll put him back.
We will put them back, and they'll swim right back down to the bottom. It's no big deal.
Just stuns them
Who
for a
wouldn't love a
second.
little shock therapy, you know?
That's like my job. That's what I do.
I can't believe
Shock therapy.
How did he break your line, PT? Did he just basically do the same thing? Like he wrap you or?
Oh no! So the spot Alex went to get his confidence back was where I was fishing, and I cast out a 3/0 hook. I had a Kraken craw on it with a lead bullet weight on it. Cast it out. He sank to the bottom. I dragged about 2 feet, and my line went boom boom and took off. And so I set the hook and started reeling low and bringing it towards the shore. And he came up and he crested the water. And when his head came up out of the water, he turned towards me. And again, he had a bucket mouth about this big. turned back over, went back into the water, and he tugged one more time the opposite direction and snapped my line.
Wow.
It didn't even come back with the bobber stopper. So, yeah.
He took the whole thing.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, he took it all. So that fish has either got the most iron belly of all after eating all of this junk, or he's got a bunch of things hanging around. he, he looks like a punk bass, you know.
Yeah,
He's got all
got
these
all that
piercings that
jewelry.
he's just hanging on to. That's right, man.
I got this one
He
in
connects the
'85.
nose to the chin.
Got this one at Woodstock
This
in
one I got.
'69.
Did you say Woodstock?
Yep. You guys remember that commercial for the Band-Aids that looked like tattoos? And it's this kid that's
No.
sitting there showing off all of his war wounds to this biker, and this biker's walking him through all the tattoos and where he got them from. This guy's like Woodstock '69, and the kid's like wood shop 7th period.
That's funny.
Yeah. I think that's where Greg was going to. I'm sorry for cutting you off, bub.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of tattoos, we've all got them. Have you considered, getting tattoos for memorable moments?
I was about to say, I'm going to stop you there. Yes.
Yes. What about getting tattoos or for
Yes.
memorable moments?
Yes.
Still not answering the question, but all right.
Yes.
All right.
It's a very simple answer. Can you elaborate there, boyo?
Yes.
Yes. Knew it was coming. All right.
I'm just
So-
here so I don't get fined.
Give me an example. Like what's a memorable moment that you got a tattoo for, or are looking forward to? Because I mean, both of you right now, you could get them, but it requires what, a pip or a
Chit.
not a pip, like chit. Yeah, that's the word.
Mm-mm.
No, not anymore.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
like,
I'm
as
too
long
old.
as it's within regs, like, if I just wanted to go and get ink tomorrow, I could.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing stopping me from going and getting more ink.
Unless it's
well,
below the elbow.
I mean, like I said, not even below the elbow. It's about how close it is to certain parts on my body. But
Full sleeve.
no, like getting tattoos. Yeah, no, I could go and get ink tomorrow if I wanted to. I have like tattoo ideas that are bouncing around in my head. I eventually want to do a quarter sleeve on one side. Just kind of haven't committed or found the artist that I want to do that.
Yeah.
I've been asked if I want to get Marine Corps. So like, a lot of guys get a moto tattoo, like some sort of
Right.
like something
No.
Marine Corps related. And I'm not opposed to them. I just don't want one yet. I think when I finally retire, I'll probably get some sort of Marine Corps tattoo, something cool, something classy.
You realize you're going to be
Something
Patrick's
memorable.
age when that happens, right?
Shut up.
Sorry.
When
Whatever.
the time comes, like I'll definitely get some sort of marine ink, but I'm not to that point. It's not a requirement for me. But when the time comes, I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to go grab my ukulele.
Not yet. So, so we all have one that we share. We have that, that Superman tattoo.
Of course.
I have sleeves on.
I think. Yeah, you're fine, man. So,
Okay.
I can't remember, was it Dad or me that was first on that? I think it was me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
So
Dad
all
got the
four of us.
original.
Right. Dad has the original yellow. No, no, no. Yeah,
Red, white, and blue.
red on yellow with the blue outline.
Yeah.
And then mine is black and red. Greg, yours is penciled,
Mm-hmm.
pencil shaded, and then Alex, yours is nuke green.
Kryptonite Superman.
You got it, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for us, that's something that ties us because we're like-minded. It's a part of us, and we're a part of each other. And then we kind of differentiate from there, like the different styles. Like, I got this one on my first appointment,
Mm-hmm.
and then my second appointment, I got my kid's feet on my left calf, and then my third appointment, I got my Celtic cross. And then I put two and two together that every time I got a tattoo, we moved. So I kind of stopped, but
Mm-hmm.
it didn't stop our moving, unfortunately. So I'm a couple appointments behind when it comes to getting one every appointment, but you know, mine are based upon how I was feeling at the time and what I wanted to represent. And so mine is the only Superman that has script. I actually have Philippians 4:13 under it, which scripturally says, "I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength."
True.
Um, so that's my purpose for having Superman on me. But you know, Greg, yours are a little bit different as well. Like you don't have any color in yours, do you?
No,
All of yours are black and white.
that is correct.
Ooh.
And Alex, yours are mostly Americana type, or yeah, they're an older style, right? Like
Eh.
your sparrows are more of the old Americana type style, aren't they?
True.
But then again, you've got the Celtic uh, turtle.
Mm-hmm. Right next to the Trinity knot.
So I'm giving right. So and that's kind of our heritage as well,
True.
considering family and where we're from. So,
Very
and I'm
true.
probably giving out way too much information, guys, here. So just
You're fine.
stop me if you would like.
You're good.
But I just uh, to me, tattoo isn't just something I'm going to go out and go, hey, look what I got, yada yada yada, and it means this, and da 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 da. There's a reason, there's a purpose why I put these things on me.
Yeah.
My kids, my kids are always with me, regardless of what separates us, and so they're on me. My third tattoo I didn't mention is also a Celtic cross. It's black and red, and it signifies not just my faith but also our family heritage. And so I don't know, just the who, what, where, when, and why. It's there's meaning in it. There's a purpose for all of these things, and so I don't know. I really feel like if the time comes where I have the cheddar for it, and I get the time, I definitely I want an anchor. I want an anchor next, and I haven't decided on the style yet. I
Yeah.
kind of I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking old Americana. I'm thinking like kind of like what Dad has, his newest one on the inner where he has it,
Yep.
but. I don't necessarily want to go the color style. I want something that's I don't know, just the idea of holding fast and what's holding me fast.
Mm.
It's my faith, it's my family, it's my heritage almost. I was talking to my kids, Julia specifically, because she's really into photography. I don't know if you've seen her stuff, but it's really good.
I follow her on Instagram.
I don't have an
Yeah,
Instagram.
I mean she's
I'm sorry.
she's she's really good. Like she's got a good eye for things. But talking about, going and not just documenting fishing, because I do love fishing, but documenting, these different places and sharing these experiences together.
Mm-hmm.
And Carrie and I, when we were on, you know, Officers Councils this last week, we were talking about how it'd be really cool if we did something with our heritage, reclaiming our heritage and what that looks like. And
Mm-hmm.
that's talking with mom and dad. That's talking with Grandma Malik, Granddad Richmond. It's talking about who we are and where we came from. Talking to Carrie's family, Carrie's aunt passed away last month,
Yeah.
and there is one other individual of her dad's side of the family that's still living, just one, and that's just it's heart wrenching to think about that. We've got a heritage, we've got things that we put on ourselves to remember, but we've got a heritage, and it's unfortunately it's dying, it's going away, and we need to do whatever we can to remember and to save these things for our children and for our children's children. And don't get me wrong, we always need to look forward. We always need to look forward to what's ahead and keeping our eyes on the important things, and keeping our eyes, fixed. For me, keeping my eyes fixed on faith and Christ and where He's calling me and where He's calling our family. But I think it's also important that if we don't recognize our past, what's the saying? If we don't learn from our past, we're destined to repeat it.
True.
It's keeping our focus, remembering our past, looking forward to our future, but living in our present purposefully. And guys, I didn't mean to take this time to preach, but it's just I think it's important for us. So,
Oh, you're okay, man.
what you laughing at me?
Yeah, you're okay.
So, but yeah, so. Thanks for sharing me tattoos. I know that was kind of a crazy rabbit trail, but
Oh, you're
yeah.
fine. I think you missed me holding my
So,
knuckles out when you said hold fast,
oh yeah,
because
hold fast.
it's an old
Yeah,
sailor
hold
thing,
fast.
you know.
Yep.
Get the
No chickens and no pigs. No chickens, no pigs.
Those are coming, dude.
Not for me, at least. That's for you.
Oh yeah, they're coming. Before I go out again, they're coming.
Nice. You gonna get
So
them on your feet or just somewhere else?
I'm getting them on my feet. Why not? That's where they're supposed to
On
go.
your feet. There you go. That's right.
It's gonna suck, but whatever.
Oh yeah, right on those bones, man.
Yep.
and no, that's why I don't have any like that, and we're not supposed to get tattoos down there.
On your feet?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not a place you're supposed to get ink.
In the
No,
Marine
I
Corps.
get a kick. Yeah, not in the Navy. Navy, you can go ham. Not allowed to get hand tattoos in the Navy. Um,
Wow.
Tradition.
but yeah, no, they allow it. There's actually there's one guy, and he's gosh, no, not the American Navy. He's New Zealand. Um, he's was it Maori? The name of the tribal, like the New Zealanders, like they have like their traditional. They get face tattoos. Their whole
Oh
face. Yeah,
wow.
it's part of their beliefs, cultural heritage, religion. But no, they
Hmm.
can. He actually serves in the Navy, and he has his face tattooed, which is really wild.
Amazing. Yeah.
Oh, I talking about what you mentioned, Patrick. Staying. We learn in the Marine Corps, um, of our experience, like learning about the Marine Corps in boot camp. And actually, I was just talking to someone about this the other day. We put in hours of time in boot camp in a classroom, learning dates and history and who we are, where we come from. Every Marine knows that the Marine Corps was founded, in Tun Tavern in Philadelphia. Every Marine knows birthday is the 10th of November. Every Marine knows major battles in World War II and Vietnam and Korea. Um, again, coming back to knowing the path forward is about knowing where you came from. Because if you don't know that, how can you move forward with a purpose, so to speak? So, I like that you're thinking about that, and that thought process is going through your head, because no, it's honestly it's important. You should know where you come from.
Thank you.
See?
Thank you. So, if we reach out to you at one point or another just to meet up with you and talk about these things, you guys okay with that?
Sure.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Chuck Norris.
Oh,
And good night, Chesty,
Well,
wherever you are.
So, somebody made a purchase this week that seems to be blessing the household. That'd be that guy right over there. Actually, I don't know
Welcome.
what direction you are,
Oh,
but
wait.
I'm
Point
I'm
towards the
affectionately
door.
calling this man now. Point towards that door.
No, your door. There you go. Yeah, that's me. Hey. That's you. That's me. You. Look at you. Now look at
Not
me.
him. Yeah, him.
Now look at you.
Not that guy.
Now
That
look
guy.
at me.
That guy. Those moments where I wish I could like reach through the screen, like point the other way.
And just reach out and touch someone. But no, I'm affectionately calling him Arby's now because he literally has the meats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The meat
Alex.
sweats.
So what?
That's what I
What?
said.
What'd you get this week?
I bought a smoker, gentlemen.
Oh,
You bought
thank
a
God. Welcome to the
smoker.
party.
Yeah. Greg's been talking it up for, months now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
I got one back in February of this year.
yeah.
January, February.
So you all don't know, but we have this a group text between the three of us,
Yeah.
and all weekend, we kept getting picture updates of random meats that were being prepared on said smoker. Hold on, let me see if I can do this in order. So, first night was steaks. How were they?
They were fantastic.
They were fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, I would have never thought of smoking a steak, but all right, let's
Mm-hmm.
go.
You got to use a thick cut, so like New York strip or ribeye or something.
So
Yep.
regardless, it's good meat.
Oh yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it.
They were
So
great reheated with eggs this
steak
morning
on the
too.
first night. Then the next day he was supposed to. Nope. Hold on. Next day he did ribs.
Yep.
He did ribs, and the ribs looked amazing, both before, middle, and after.
Yep.
Then the next day he was supposed to do the brisket, but instead they decided to do sausages or bratwurst.
We did bratwurst.
Mm-hmm.
I cut one
And
in
he
half.
said, and I quote, the best, the most beautiful smoke ring I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. It was perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night into today, old boy did a brisket.
Yep.
Yep, and he called me and was explaining how he was cutting fat and everything else like that. So
I also
there you
called
have it.
Greg a couple of times for advice.
I was out at dinner and I get a phone call from him. He's like,
Well, there was
so nervous about it. I don't know what I was.
there was other
It's
reasons
like-
for that phone call too, which we discussed. So
Yeah.
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 Right, right.
God.
Amen. But we have the meats. So way to go, Arby's. Nice to have you.
Arby's.
Yeah, Arby's, and we love you for it.
Arby's.
Yeah.
Arby's. Yep.
I still
So
have
we have the
burgers too.
meats.
Oh, those would be amazing.
Yep.
Cook them
Yeah.
and then grill them on the back end.
I've also got a chicken, a whole chicken,
Ooh,
A whole chicken. Yeah,
you
you're
gonna do
supposed to do
Birkin
a beer
chicken.
can. Beer can chicken.
a
Beer can.
I'll send you a recipe.
Okay.
Bacon. Bacon.
I'm gonna have to get
Bacon.
through all this brisket first, but yeah.
Bacon. Bacon. Bacon.
Yeah.
Birkin.
Birkin.
Beer.
Birkin.
Doesn't matter. Dorkin, beacon, barkin, barkin.
I mean, I'm essentially quarantined, right? So I have to do something, and it's keeping me sane.
Let the meat meet.
You know.
The meat flow.
Yeah. Liz and
I would
Caroline were
really
supposed
like
to
to
come up.
know.
What's up?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that thought can wait until after your thought. So go
Oh,
ahead.
you're fine. Liz and Caroline were supposed to come in this weekend, and then one of my guys at work tested positive for the Rona, and because I work with him,
My Corona.
see, but
I.
because I work with him and I work in close proximity, I got quarantined for 2 weeks. So, yeah. By the time I'm done with
How
this,
you feeling, by the way?
I'm all right. I'm a little stuffy. So, no fever though.
Got it. Good.
So, yeah. Yeah. But I'm hoping that by what's going on? You hear that too?
Yeah, it's on.
It's Greg.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So I'm hoping by the end of this, quarantine shutdown thing, Liz can come up. Cause I'm not gonna lie, folks, I miss my wife.
Amen.
So it's one of the reasons why I bought a smoker this week, because she wasn't gonna be able to come up. Cause I don't want to end up giving her or Caroline the Rona. So
Definitely not.
yeah. Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
So, we have the meats. No, I was just wondering by the end of this quarantine for you, how much wood pellets you've gone through.
Not as many as you would think, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah, not as many as you'd think.
It doesn't like eat them all the time.
Oh, well, it does, but it doesn't. That's what makes pellet smokers and pellet grills so awesome. Like they're brutally efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm writing that down. Brutally efficient.
Brutally efficient.
brutally efficient.
Yeah.
You can
Brutally efficient. Got you.
you buy a 20 pound bag of pellets, and again, a 20 pound bag only costs $7 to $10.
Depending on where you get it, yeah.
You buy them at Lowe's. That bag is gonna last you a while. And when I say a while, like I'm saying, like you could run your grill nonstop for 15 to 20 hours before you burn through that bag of pellets.
Yeah, I've
Wow.
gone through a bag this week.
A 20-pound bag.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I did
Okay,
steaks.
cool.
That was like 2 hours. I did ribs. That was 5 hours, 5 or 6. Right. I did those sausages. That was about 2 hours again. And then I did a brisket, and that brisket was over 12. So.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm learning.
I know they're worth having, honestly. And Alex has
Yeah.
a Traeger. Alex has a Traeger, and I have a gosh, what is it? Pit Boss?
It's a pit boss.
No, I have a Pit Boss. Um,
Oh.
complete and mine's completely different from his. His is more of a grill, and mine is more
Hmm.
of a traditional,
Yours
box.
is a cabinet, right?
And mine's a box smoker. Um,
Okay.
so there's things that he can do on his that I can't.
Like a 17-pound brisket.
Yeah. Well, no, I could cook several 17-pound briskets in mine, but I can't grill in mine.
Uh-huh.
He can grill on his. He can crank it up to oh
450.
stupid hot and actually like open face grill on his. Mine
Got it.
mine is just I just smoke in mine.
You're just low and slow.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a dachshund.
And
Hmm.
cold smoke in it too, which is kind of cool.
Dachshunds, they're low and slow.
True.
Yeah, but they're mean, man.
Mine aren't.
Vindictive. Vindictive Dachshunds.
Mine aren't.
Dachshunds are mean.
Have you met
Really?
Frankenbeans?
Yes, I have. I have heard, and I quote, that Dachshunds and Chihuahuas are two of the most meanest breeds of dogs ever.
Oh, I
Dachshunds
can
and
attest to that.
Chihuahuas.
Chihuahuas are aggressive.
Nope.
They're a very aggressive dog.
Nope.
Okay. You know what you get when you mix the two? Cheweenies.
Weenies.
Cheweenies.
Yep.
That's a great name.
I loves it.
All right. So, who has the question of the week? Is that
Greg,
Greg? Did I had the last one, so that
you
would
did.
make you, Boyle. You have one, or we got to come back to you.
Oh, are you serious?
the look on his face is perfect.
uh,
Huh.
crud.
It's all right. We can come back.
Uh, rain check.
Rain
Totally
check.
forgot.
Okay, I got you.
And I didn't think
I
about
got
it.
you. No, you're fine.
Oh, man.
You're fine. I actually kind of touched on it when talking, doing the tattoo bit, so that's no problem.
Right.
True.
I mean, I think we got pretty deep in there.
I'll get a good one for next week. I'll come up with something.
Okay.
All right.
I do have a dad joke though.
I'd love to hear it.
It's a new one. You haven't heard it before. Hold on.
Bet.
So, I went to the beekeeper to get 12 bees. Counted and gave me 13. I said, "Sir, you gave me an extra." He replied, "That's a freebie."
Oh, my
It's a
goodness.
freebie.
It's a freebie.
Oh, yes.
No official training for garbage men?
Oh, please, what?
You know there's no official training for garbage men.
Isn't?
No, they just pick things up as they go along.
Greg wasn't paying attention.
I don't think so.
No.
Pick it up as you go along.
They just pick things up as
They
they
pick
go
it
along.
up as they go along. Gentlemen, what starts with T, ends with T, and is full of tea?
A teapot?
Hey, you're good, man. You're very good.
Oh
I didn't expect to
gosh.
laugh, but that's good, man.
All right. What's the difference between people from Dubai and from Abu Dhabi?
I've been to both those places.
No, what's the difference between the two?
It's not really nice to say, so I'm not gonna.
I don't think that's where Greg's going, but all right.
I don't think so either.
I'll bite. Go ahead.
People from Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people from Abu Dhabi do.
That Yabba Dabba Doo? No? Yes?
Abu Dhabi do.
Abu Dhabi
Abu Dhabi do.
do.
Abu Dhabi do.
Oh,
Abu Dhabi do.
I loved it. Yeah.
Abu Dhabi do.
No.
Right.
Dubai was just a very, like, very nice, clean place. Abu Dhabi was not.
Mhm.
Mm.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought a chicken to make a sandwich. Turns out it just poops all over the floor and doesn't make sandwiches.
Oh gosh. Police stopped two men in a village earlier. One was drinking battery acid and the other one was eating fireworks.
Wait, one more time?
Said police stopped two men in the village earlier. One was drinking battery acid and the other one was eating fireworks.
Why?
Charged the first one and let the second one off.
I understood that reference.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Golly. I can't look any up. My screen is the stream and my phone is watching the stream.
No.
Stream.
Yeah. My screen is the stream.
See if I can find any other ones that are.
That's a freebie.
That
a
is
freebie?
a freebie.
Oh, that's pretty great.
Told my wife she drew her eyebrows too high.
She had a look of
She
surprise.
seemed surprised. Yeah.
And a man walked.
Can you actually say that?
And a
We
man
have to
walked
do
into a
that
pet
later.
shop. And walked into a pet shop and asked how much the wasps were. Shopkeeper says, "We don't sell wasps." Man replies, "Well, you've got one in the window."
Huh. I don't know where you're finding these, Greg, but I like them. I like them a lot.
Just once in a while. Once in a while, I'll come across something that makes you laugh.
My email password just got hacked again.
No, what was it?
It's the third time I've had to rename the cat.
Oh gosh.
That's funny.
You call a bee that produces milk.
A bee that produces milk?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
He said a booby.
Oh.
Why? Just
Oh, too
keep
much.
getting all these ones that are just. If they want any more in here.
Oh man.
Mm. No, I think that's all I've got for tonight.
Oh,
Fair
come
enough.
on. Here it is, last one. Ready?
Send
See?
it.
Where do cow farts come from?
Oh no. A farm?
Where do cow farts come from?
I don't.
Cows.
I don't know if I want to know, but go ahead.
The derriere.
Oh, man. Why is that so funny? Oh gosh.
Cause it's a butt and a fart joke. That's just great. It's both of them.
It's both of them.
Oh man.
Oh,
Let's ask you a
thank
question.
you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
I'm gonna save it for later.
Oh, wait, you need to ask a question?
I must ask you a question.
I'm gonna
No, he
shave
said
it
he'll
for
shave
later.
it for later.
Must must ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
We are your brothers in arms. We've had a blast tonight talking with you all, with each other, just the chance to be together. We do not take these moments for granted. They really are a blessing to us. So thank you
Mhm.
for hanging out with us. If you'd like to watch us live on these tiny little cameras that we are pointing at each other right now, you can find us at twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast. You can also, interact with us during these times. We try our very best to start at 9 o'clock p.m. on Sundays.
Mhm.
We announce it on Twitter at yourBIA podcast. Tonight was kind of interesting. I kind of did a Beastie Boys throwback with "You've Got a Right," or "You've got to fight for your right to partay."
Mhm.
Um, and I kind of feel like we've done that just to get to this point tonight, but it really has been a good time. So get this wherever your podcasts are sold. These are free to you. So thank you for hanging out with us. And this is episode 39. I haven't quite nailed down the title yet, but it's going to come from all these show notes that I had to physically write down tonight. I typically write them in my phone as we get along, but this has been good, boys. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
that's been pretty great.
Got any parting shots? My voice hurts from laughing so much, so it's good.
As always, drink water, Motrin, change your socks. Thank you from the
Yep.
Rona.
It doesn't always work though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
60% of the time, it works
Works
every
every
time.
time.
Doesn't
60% every time.
even make any
Alex?
sense.
The only thing I've got is again the elections are coming up, people. So
Oh,
if you have
Mm.
not registered, seriously, go register. And some of the preliminary voting is actually going out right now. So do your part. Do
There
your
you go.
civic duty. Go vote.
And
And
your
if you
vote counts.
true, if you don't vote, you cannot complain later. It's your own fault.
Mm. Mm.
Hmm.
And I'm just going to hound on what I said earlier. Learn from your past. Look towards the future.
See?
Be present in the present. So, Guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Boys, I'll probably be talking to you a lot this week. So
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed having you both available. It's been a blessing to me. So thank you.
It's
Okay.
been pretty great.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has. So this is episode 39. You all have a wonderful evening. We love you. Y'all take care. God bless. Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.